Welcome to class 22 of Python programming. We'll discuss Lambda functions today. I've written Lambda here, and here this is the variable, and I've written a plus 10. So if I write x5 here, and if I run it this one, I will get 15. So this way, you will get the value of 5. Okay, x5. Now here, if you want to get x5, how it's different from the normal functions? In normal functions, we write def. Here we say this one as anonymous function. We don't give any name. We don't call. Suppose you are adding, subtracting, multiplying, whatever you do, we use lambda always. Conceptually, it's deep rooted. I'm not going to that now. But remember, lambda functions are very, very useful. We'll bring map function here. Later, you will see how we can use, we can filter, we can use other things as well using lambda. But now, let's do the basics. Suppose you want to add two numbers, like here A and B, I'm multiplying. You want to add two numbers or multiply two numbers or subtract two numbers. Using the function, lambda function, how can you do? And how it's different from the normal function? Suppose you want to do this task. How many lines you are supposed to write? You are adding 5, right? Yeah, so normally how you need to write? Anu? Suppose you want
we need to write define function name.
Yes.
And then open and close parenthesis.
Okay, fu1 I'm writing. Yes.
Then colon. Inside that we have to give a variable.
A variable, okay.
So then print a plus 10.
A plus 10.
So
okay.
after that we have to call function of 5.
Like this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have a name here, right? You don't have any name here. Suppose I'll write another function here. And I will write a minus. And then I will change the name here. I have to change here as well because I want a different value. This is how we do. So here names are different. Here I want to add 10 to A. Here I want to subtract 10 from A. That is the only difference. But we have two different names. So that repeatedly when you want to use these two later in some other programs, you can use those functions. So we have two different names. However, in case of lambda, it's one and only one. Every time you need to write lambda. That's why sometimes we say anonymous function. Here, even if you want to write what work it can do, you can write add two numbers. You can write that also. Add numbers. Okay, whatever you want to write. So that you can know what this function can do. Anonymous in the sense, you will not be able to know what you want to do with this function. Always you will have lambda. That is one difference. There is another difference as well. When you find x5, okay, print x5, I got x5. The first difference is we don't write any name. And you will see later, it will be much useful. In combination with functions also, we can use this one. Okay. So let me repeat once again, because the whole class will be waste otherwise. Here, lambda function, it's new to you. In functional programming, we use lambda function. In object-oriented programming, you must have seen. Yeah, there is any problem? No, right? Okay. Okay, all right. So let me start one. Yeah, I think sound is coming. Let me check who is not on mute. Yeah, everybody is on mute now. Yes. Okay. Now, lambda function, when we say this is anonymous, anonymous means it has no meaning. We write always lambda. Here I wanted to add 10 to a number. So what I need to write is, I have to write lambda here always, and the variables you are using, you have to write here, and the expression you have to write here. Whatever expression where you can use a. I wanted to write a plus 10 here. So I've written a plus 10. Remember, this way you have to write. You can have two variables as well, a, b, a plus b. I've started with one variable. And this function, lambda function, I named it. And then I want to find the value of x5. Okay. So what will happen is when you find x5 on like this one, the traditional way we used to write a function with a function name fu1, and then you print a plus 10. So if you give 5 to a, it will go here. Then you will see output 15. Here we have a name. Here you can replace this by add, so that you will be able to know add numbers or add to 10, whatever name you can give. From that name, you can know what work you are doing here with the help of this function. Coming back to this one, here if you write this way, def fin, another name, I want to subtract 10 from a number. And then if you run it, you will get this one, minus 5. 5 minus 10, that is minus 5. Here, whatever you do, you don't need to write a name here. Even you are not allowed to write a name here. Every time you have to write lambda, lambda. Lambda is called anonymous function. It has no name. Always you have to write lambda. Always. And will not be able to know. That's why it's referred as anonymous function. You write plus here, minus here. Okay. You multiply two numbers, you subtract, whatever expression you write, always you will have to write lambda. If you ask me what is the benefit we get from this, yeah, you can follow in the other classes, the applications will come. But here, if you see directly, if you compare, there is no major benefit. Even if you want, you can check also how much time it takes if you use through lambda function and you use through the direct functions. Okay, the traditional way. Now here, using lambda lambda, you have to write, and you write the variables here, you write the expression here, and then print this one. So this whole is x here. If you replace this here, you can make it one line. You see, we have a lot of use lambda function later. Even if you think it's not required, what will happen is later you will see these expressions, okay, like in 3, 4 lines, 5 lines. There is a problem here. We'll sort it out. So x value, I've taken x is here, and I replace this by whatever x is. Okay. Then I wanted to find this. Now, Anu, tell me why I didn't get the answer. I didn't get the answer here.
Because it does not written anything, sir.
It's not returning anything.
Mm.
No, whatever x I've written, I replace there x. This is x5, right? This is x only. So initially I wrote x5, here also x5. If I write a bracket, will it work? Do you think that might work? If you want, I can check it. No? Okay. Yeah. Lambda a plus 10 we have. Okay, that is x. And x of 5 you are finding. So the x itself is this one. Okay. Yeah, you are saying something. You are welcome if you can get the answer that way.
No, sir, nothing, sir.
I think still you can get. If you write the bracket here, that lambda everything you enclose by a bracket.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are saying before finding. So you recalled or how you know it will come?
Sir, I just remembered that we have to write a back bracket.
Yes, yes. I taught last time, right? Sublime
Yes,
text.
sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
no problem. Normally, this one you have to enclose. Otherwise, there will be a problem here because when you write 5, then the x becomes x should be 1. Otherwise, sometimes it appears as if 10 or 5. That's why you have to write a bracket. That's all. That's a one-line function. And the one-line functions also you will come across in machine learning. So sometimes you will have problem understanding. Lambda function is very important. I didn't bring that before because everything if I teach, you will be totally within Python. You should go to machine learning. Anyway, this is the expression lambda always you have to write. If you want to have some practice here, because you don't get time to do, we can write y and you write minus here. Okay, you subtract 10 and you find this one. I got 5 minus 10, that should be minus 5. Okay, so minus 5. We are naming here anyway the outcome. This one is your x, the whole one is x. You have to write that way and you can print x5. This is y5. The corresponding functions are this. You define a function, you write a plus 10 here and print fin 5. Here the name is fin and then print a minus 10, f5, fin 5. Okay, you call the function, you get the answer. So for these two functions, we have written these two. Let's proceed further now. As I already mentioned, if you have two variables and those variables are used here, you can write 2 and get the answer 30. So lambda you have to write, that is part of syntax. AB you need to write the variables, those are used in the expression. If you want to write a minus also or whatever you want to write, you can write here. You want to add a number also, you can write here. Okay, wherever required, you need to put brackets as well. But A and B are the variables where you are supplying values here. And here the total is named X. And then X of whatever you want. Here, if you see, I have 3 instead of 2. Okay. So you can find this one as well. See, lambda, very simple, the variables, an expression where the variables are used. It's not necessarily a plus b plus c. You can write a square plus b square plus c square. Whatever you want, you can write here. Then you can supply values to ABC. This expression will come. Simply, I am adding 5 here. I got 13, right? I will add 7 here. Then you check, I got 20. So it's not that only you have to write ABC. You can write any expression where ABC are used. Any expression here after the colon. Okay, colon you need to write. And the variables you have to write and lambda. Now, if you see here, the name is fun1, the name is fun2. I've written fun1, fun2 for a purpose. I'll go to that. Because I wrote anyway xy, I got answer. Why to write 4-letter word? fun1, 4, right? If we can manage with 1, why to write 4 letters here? There is a reason. I'll go to that. But let's get the values. X plus y. Y is not here. Okay. Will it work? Yeah. Maybe by chance I deleted. So x and y are there. I wanted to add x and y. So with the name of the function ap1 I've given, not the function. Function is lambda anonymous function. Okay. The total value along with the answer, everything is named ap1. That's the difference. ap1 1 2 1 2 will go here and you get this value. So if you find ap1 2 1 here, because y is already given a value, you have only x left. Okay. So you get 3. Now my question is, suppose I write x is 8. You give the value to x and we don't need anything. Then what will happen? I'm printing the function. Okay. X and y values are given. Then I want to get x plus y. What answer you will get if I run it?
So 10.
10. Are you sure?
Yes, sir. Because y worked when we
Okay.
gave 2.
Mm-hmm. So you will get the answer, you think?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't think we'll get the answer. Why you might not get the answer? That is the question. We can run and check here. See, the first one I got the answer. Second one I didn't get the answer. Suppose in place of 8, I write 18 here. Okay. Then I'm getting the answer. So what will happen is when you write 18 here, 18 will go here. If you want to check that as well, you just write x and check. Okay. So whether 18 is going to x or y, you will be able to know. See, you are printing x. So x is going to 18. Okay. You print y. See, 2. That means already there. It has no meaning. So this one is going to this one only, and the value is replaced. 8 is there, but the updated value is 18. You are sending 18, though that was 8 before, but now it's 18. Okay. Suppose you want to check like this. Instead of x, let me write MIN. Okay. Not MIN. Sometimes there is a problem. DE. Okay. So why I'm writing this, the variable name, I want to write DE in place of X. Okay. And you print here, same answer. Now print DE. DE was not there before anywhere. So I have no problem. I'll run this. What it says? The name DE is not defined. Okay. So you understand? Now you write Y. Okay. You write Y. There is no problem. If you print Y here, how? Run it. Okay, that's fine. Then Control V. Oh, maybe we're getting Y from other place. You write this is Y2. Okay. Y2. Y2 is not defined. But if you cut this one, then you are getting the answer. Okay. This is a different thing. We'll sort it out later. But remember, sorry, I have to write y2 here. I'm getting the answer 2. Okay. But if you try to print y2, you will not get. Why? You must be knowing this one, right? Why you are not getting y2? See, the answer you got, if you write 18 here, you got the answer, okay, y2. You finally get the answer 3. Or maybe you write de plus y2, 8 plus 2, you will get 10. But if you have given 18 here, you will get 18. Okay, y2 plus d, if you write 8 plus 2, 10, you will get. But you are sending 18. So 18 plus 2, 20 you will get. Suppose let me write de plus y2, you get 20, right? The present value of the current value of x is d is 18 and then 2, 20 you will get. My question is, why you are not getting y2? Yes, Anu, y2 is not different.
Sir, because it is a variable inside that lambda function. It
Yes.
cannot be identified outside.
Okay. Yes, yes, that's all. So that's not identified outside, similar to the function that you need to remember. What you say technically? Technically, how you say this one? It's available only inside the function. There is a technical way of saying. What is that?
Sir, local to that function.
Yes, it's a local variable. It's not a global variable, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is sorted out. So these are not available outside. When you send 18, anyway, the limit was within the function. Now it changed to 18, 18 plus 2 added, and you got 20. Now coming back to the second one, if you give here everything, you don't write because we don't have anything now to give. We just want to get this value, okay? Then you are not getting the answer. If you want me to do the same thing using a function, I want to add 8 and 2, right? Similar way, I'll write def, any name I can give. Then we can write colon, then x is equal to 18. It's local anyway, will not worry. It's not a global variable. We're not changing anything. Its scope is only within the function. Then you are saying I should call this function. Okay, let me call this function with, I want to add, right? Print. Is it? I got here, but I'm not getting here, right? Any difference between this and this? Now, yeah, forget about this, not required. We'll make it fun. This is also not required. Now, it's easy. We're not getting here, but we're getting here.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, I think we have to write open and close bracket after fun.
Okay. So similar to this one we've written here. If you check this one, here also we are not getting value, right?
Yes, sir.
So f is different from fx. What is fx? Oh no, you are
Function of x.
no, yeah. What is fx? Tell me. What is fx? You are from, if you are from math background, you should be able to tell the difference between f and x. Fx. Forget about Python. What is the difference between f and fx? Which is a function? F is a function or f of x is a function?
Sir,
F is a function or fx is a function?
sir, f of x is a function of x.
No. You just answer my question. F is the function or f of x is the function?
Sir, f of x
Is
the function.
not the function. Suppose I say fx is x square. Okay.
Hmm.
F2 you are finding. F2 is 2 square 4. It's not a function, it's a number.
Yes, sir.
This is called functional value. F is the function. So F1 is the function. You can't print the function. You need functional value. You write bracket, even if you are not giving, you have to write a bracket. Remember, sometimes,
Okay, sir.
yeah, you only answered this one. I know. I was talking about the mathematical terms. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you have to write F1, starting bracket, ending bracket. You have to write parentheses, then you get the answer. X plus y, 8 plus 2, that is 10. Now here also, similar way, we are writing. Though if you write one statement, it's not required, you must be knowing. You have to call the function, okay, this way. If you call this function, you will get the address. Okay. This function, we have given the name fun because it returns a function. Lambda function, the difference between the traditional way and this way, one of the main differences is it returns a function. This whatever you are getting, see, x is not a value, x is a function. Because see, with x always you have a bracket. So whenever we are using lambda functions, it returns a function, not a value. This is not a value. So always you see, if you name here, this is a function and functional value we are getting. This is functional value. This is the function. This is functional value. This is functional value. And this is the function. This is functional value. This is the function. That's why I've written fun so that you will be able to know this returns something which is a function. Now this is over. Here you see traditional function definition. Okay. So I think I explained already this one. It's no more new now. Yeah, this also I explained. You have to write a bracket. Okay, another bracket. This normally what we do is this one, if you cut, okay, you write x there, we write x of 1, 2. So whatever I cut here, that is x. So that you can bring and put here with a bracket. Okay, that is the thing you need to remember. That's all. So this is already discussed. Now here to say that we are adding numbers, although it's anonymous, function is anonymous, you can write something so that you can know. That is one way. What will happen here if you write add here, 3 values you have to give, you gave values. And if you try to run this one, you get 30. So nothing new here. I wrote x, now I replace x by add, that's all. Okay, even if you want to know something about this, what this function can do, you can write hint, okay, in a way of naming. Now, how useful it will be, I've given one instance, we'll do the applications in the next class. You must feel it familiar in the first class. A lot will come in the next class. Now, if you check here, I've written add, written lambda a plus n, and then I've written result add 100. Okay. Now see. Result, as I already said you, because this is a function, add we have defined. Okay, you are calling the function with 100. Now within the function, another function is there, lambda. And you see, we use a lot of times later, even in ML and whatever you do, you can return a function this way. You are returning a function here because lambda is itself a function. That's what I wanted to say. Because lambda is a function, though the brackets are optional, I always make it sure to write a bracket. Okay. So this add is a function. Okay. This function returns what? Another function here because lambda is itself a function. So now you have to tell me otherwise how you can do in the traditional way. If you are new to this, you might get confused. I'm not going to that, but remember, it's returning a function. Now, with the function call, when I add this function, 100 will go to n here. Then if you write 100 here, okay, you should get 100 plus a. Okay. Now this value add 100 that you want to store in result. Now we'll not worry about this. Print result 200, 300 you got. Print result 300, 400 we got. If you see here, what we have done is, even I'm cancelling this one to make it simpler. So I wanted to add two numbers a and n, but I want to change only one here. One I want to keep fixed. Okay. So here add 100 is already there. So 100 is fixed. My 100 is fixed. Okay. And the second one I want to change. What is that I want to change? N. Or you can write X also if you think X is a variable. So this is what I want to change. I can write 200, 300, 500, 1000, 2000, whatever you want. But this is fixed. Okay. So suppose I have 100 rupees. I start a company with a base price. Okay. I invest 100 units. And then this is the base one. Then every day 2, 3, 5, whatever I can add to my business, I can do that. Base is 100. Okay. I want to keep 100. That way I made it here and that is there. And I can write 200, 500, 1000, whatever you want to write, you will get the answer. Okay. You might say me, no, we can have two variables. We can define two variables. Then every time we keep fixed one variable. Suppose I will give you problems like this: 2 plus 3, 2 plus 8, then 2 plus 7, then 2 plus 90. Next time you will say, sir, tell me only one number. The other number we know, that is anyway 2. Why you are repeating time again and again? Why not you are writing a plus 2 plus a and you say a only? Because we don't want you to get tired. You just relax. You need not worry. We are fine ourselves. Okay, feel happy. Don't be tired. You just write 2 plus a and you give the value of a. We'll be able to find the value of the expression. Okay. That way, if you want to pick something, you can fix here. I should not argue. No, let's make two variables like a and n here. Anyway, you get. Remember here like this. I have three variables also. I can get this, right? If you want to fix it, every time you put 10 here, then change these two. That's also fine. Okay. If you want to fix one and get the other, you have to write a lambda function. It makes life easier. Again, you might argue saying, no, we can do this using traditional function as well. Yes, definitely. But here with few lines of code. Also, because we are writing only 3 to 4 lines, you are not using anywhere, just we are learning. Even if you find the time difference between the general function and lambda function, it will not be quite high. Okay, 2 to 3 seconds. Also, it's a great time difference you might get. Okay, so milliseconds you might get. I'm not going to that also here. But one benefit is you can write a lambda function within a function. So your second argument was, we can write a nested function, we can do it, yes, but you have to write a lot of code as compared to this one. Because you are returning a function. Remember how to return a function? You must have done that before in the traditional way also, but it makes life easier. You will see also later, using 2 to 3 lines will do a lot of things. But you must be familiar with lambda functions, then only you will be able to achieve that. Okay. That's why this result. Okay, now let's go back to this one. See, the class is a function. What will happen is the functional value. Remember I said this is fx. Fx is a number. F is a function, but fx is a number. If you remember in mathematics, we used to write fogx. Fogx. This one. fogx. So here that is f of gx. Okay, two functions are there. So gx is a number. That number if I write, x is a number, okay? X is a number, g is a function, gx is a number. Then I find f of gx. Similarly here, add 100, add is a function. Add 100 is a number, it should be a number. But here it's returning a function, okay? So this add 100 is a function. Result is not a number here. That's what I wanted to say. See, class function, it's a function. And what is the function? Function means what? If you see 58 years before, first time, scientists, mathematicians, they invented a machine. That was the first, you can say, even computer was not there. First calculator machine. There is a machine, you input 5 and 10, it will give 15 that way. Okay, there is a machine, you can make a machine, you input 5 and 10, it will give 15. Computer was not there that time. Similarly here, result is a function. It's a functional value. The functional value itself is a function. Add of 100 is no more a number, it's a function. That function we are using. And we have seen this one here, the type, by writing type. Now the function, the function we are using here, and we are writing a value to get the final functional value. Okay. So the value can also be a function. The value can also be a function, okay, which will give you functional value after another time. This is the concept, but it's easy. In Python, you need to know only this much. Within a normal function also, you can use lambda easily. But more than this, you will see in the next class, lot more ways we can use lambda function. Now this I must have written, add, NA, all that, whatever I discussed already. If you write it, add a, two variables you need to write here. Okay, we don't want that. Though you can do the same thing, okay, using a nested function, but we are not going to that now. This much for today's class. Class is over for today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine.
Bye.
Let me end this one. Just a minute.